All right, let's get into it. Have you ever just looked at a plant and thought, what in the world are you? Well, today we're putting on our detective hats. We're going to learn how to crack the code of the plant kingdom. And believe it or not, it all starts with one simple question. No, really, think about it for a second. With millions of different species, it seems kind of impossible, right? Just this giant, chaotic green jungle of information. But, like any good mystery, there's a system. There's a set of clues that, if you know what to look for, can lead you right to the answer. And today, we're going to follow those clues together. So, where do we even start our investigation? Well, scientists, the original botanical detectives, you could say, they've given us a starting point. It's a way to take this huge, incredibly diverse kingdom and basically chop it right in half. And this right here, this is the key that unlocks the whole thing. This is the very first question you should ask about any plant you find. Doesn't matter if it's in your backyard or deep in a forest. It's the most fundamental clue of them all. And there it is, simple as that. Does it have flowers or does it not? This one little question divides the entire plant kingdom into two massive, totally distinct groups. This is our first fork in the road. So on one side, you've got your flowering plants. They use those flowers to create seeds. I mean, think about almost any plant you can name. Roses, apple trees, even the grass in your lawn. They all fall into this huge group. Then, on the other side, you have the non-flowering plants. This is a much more ancient group, and they reproduce using these tiny, almost dust-like things called spores. For our investigation today, we're going to follow the trail of the flowering plants first. Okay, so we've picked our path. We're sticking with the flowering plants. But our detective work is far from over. This path immediately splits again, this time into two major divisions, the monocots and the dicots. And this is where the clues start to get really cool. Now, to understand what those names even mean, we have to know this one little word, cotyledon. Just think of it as the plant's baby leaf. It's the first little leaf that's all packed away inside the seed. And the number of these cotyledons, 1 or 2, is exactly where these groups get their names. Monocot for 1 and dicot for 2. See? It's that simple. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that it shows us probably the easiest clue to spot out in the wild. I mean, forget about digging up seeds. Just look at the leaves. On the left, you see the monocot leaf. Its veins run in these straight, parallel lines, kind of like train tracks. But then look at the dicot leaf on the right. It's got this central vein with smaller veins branching off, creating this whole intricate network. This chart here really helps us build a complete profile for our suspects. It lays out all the clues in one place. We've already covered the leaf veins and the whole 1 versus 2 cotyledon thing. But look closer. The differences just keep going. Monocots' flower parts, like their petals, almost always show up in groups of 3. For dicots, it's usually groups of 4 or 5. And even their roots are different. Monocots have this fibrous root system that grows from the stem, while dicots tend to have one main central taproot with smaller roots branching off it. And this brilliantly illustrates the whole picture, putting it all together for us. Look at the monocot on the left. You've got the parallel veins, the flower parts in 3s, and those fibrous roots. And then on the right, the dicot, branching veins, flower parts in 4s or 5s, and that main root system. It's like a complete visual checklist for your detective work. Perfect. It feels like we've cracked the case for flowering plants. But remember that other path we could have taken back at the beginning? Let's double back and explore the mysterious world of plants that don't produce any flowers at all. Our prime suspect in this category is going to be the classic fern. I'm sure you've seen these everywhere. They've got roots, they've got stems, and they've got those beautiful leaves that we call fronds. But one thing you will never, ever find on a fern is a flower. So, how do they make more ferns? Well, the secret is hidden on the underside of their leaves. Check this out. Those tiny little brown dots you see? They're not insect eggs or anything like that. They're actually capsules full of spores. Each one contains thousands of microscopic spores. So instead of making a seed, a fern just releases these spores into the wind, hoping they'll find a new place to grow. It's a completely different and way older strategy for survival. So what does this all mean? Well, after this quick little investigation, you're not just looking at a bunch of green stuff anymore. You've basically just gained a new skill, a kind of botanical X-ray vision. So why does any of this matter? Well, for one, now you can walk outside and actually start identifying the plants all around you. Is that lily in the garden a monocot or a dicot? Just look at its leaves. You can start to see these hidden patterns, these family relationships all over nature. You get the grand strategy of it all. And let's be honest, it's pretty cool to be able to point at a flower and say, ah, petals in a multiple of 5. That's a dicot for sure. So I'll just leave you with this thought. The next time you walk past a patch of grass, a flower in a garden, or even a simple weed cracking through the sidewalk, just stop for a second. Look for the clues. Is it a monocot? A dicot? Maybe even a fern? Every single plant out there has a story to tell, and now you know how to read it. So what will its story be?